like Keontae, as much as he may think he can never really be quiet.
Well, we can be quiet or we can be loud. And those who are quiet aren't heard, especially online in a D&D session, right?
Mm.
I guess that's technically how things usually work out.
The quiet mouse doesn't always get the cheese.
But it doesn't get eaten by the cat.
The second mouse is the one that always gets the cheese.
Hmm.
You
So
should
he's
know that,
encouraging us to talk over each other.
I guess. Is that what you're getting from this?
Can I ask what is the background sound to the
People
campaign?
talking in the market.
Well,
We aren't even in
I,
a market. We're inside of a carriage.
I just feel like my brain is associating words. Are there real words being said
I
within this
mean,
background?
it says Tijuana street market atmosphere.
Okay.
How did
I
we get
keep
to Tijuana?
hearing specific words, so I just need to know what it was I was hearing.
Just think of it like ghosts.
Whoa.
We
Don't pay
got
attention to what ghosts say.
calls of macaques with birds.
Oh, that's what I'm hearing? Oh my
I
God.
don't think that fits either.
Peaceful desert atmosphere with cicadas.
Or we still in the desert.
Maybe a little bit closer, but still not quite there.
That'll put me to sleep.
Actually,
Here,
actually, wait. Do
let's
we
just
hear outside noise in the cart?
yes.
Yeah.
It'd be quite muffled, though.
I mean, are you driving or are you like still? Because technically, wind is an outside noise.
Mm-hmm. True. It'd be more like if you're in like a car and you're seeing a
Ooh, 1990s
red
Resident
light.
Evil.
I think that should be decent for everything. So, how has everyone's weeks been?
Good, productive.
Busy.
No comment.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't supposed to to myself.
So,
One of
since
the
our last
areas by
session,
saying no comment.
and everyone's favorite Bat Chef has had a birthday.
Yay.
Clap, 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 clap.
Happy birthday to you. Alright, that's too loud for me. I'm gonna turn it off.
No, ma'am, Tyler.
How is it? I keep. So I turned it up because it was very quiet, but it gets louder and louder as the song goes.
I don't know how to turn it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. Um, I did not get any. Uh, I asked if she wanted any special birthday things for. She did not request anything. If there's anything that she would like to request,
I mean, you could give me some like really powerful magic items, and you know,
you guys already have really powerful magic items.
Okay, but are they for the class?
I don't think so. Hmm.
I think she's talking about more a powerful magic item usable.
Hmm.
Right, we do have a bunch of powerful magic items that are class locked.
Yes, very much so. That,
I
that,
feel like
that,
I feel like as artificers, we should be able to break the binds of fate and use such items.
Hmm.
Well, I'm looking at my backlog um, of magic items. Um, got I got Danny Mata magic item. Who's, objectively incorrect about Dragon Ball Z. I don't think you want that one though.
He says, while not saying what it is, so maybe it is something.
Those are nice archiving. Alright.
Just send her a list of things that you may be considering.
Uh, I have a Seth hat of warning.
Why, so you don't burn the food?
Mm.
My phone did the beeps.
We'll do that at off screen. And if you're serious about wanting the magic item, I will work it into your story stuff.
I mean, it was mainly a joke, but I'm not gonna deny a magic item.
Alright, I gotcha. One pair of boots of walking coming right up.
But I can already walk.
Alright, so you guys have just has recovered from a serious fight with two powerful individuals, and almost and one of your numbers almost dying to a third powerful individual because they decided to open a coin bag. Dobat is currently the recovering, being mentally and physically in his room, in the wagon. The rest of you guys are free to do what you will before the night eight is before you guys sleep for the night.
I mean, I'm good with passing to the next day.
Nobody only needs like a few hours of sleep, so probably most of the night he would be, um, I guess, researching the Titan mark or something like that.
Okay.
Then I'll probably sleep in the room with nobody just in case something blows up in his face.
Well, don't we need to do something else about the other coin?
The other coin. The one
Uh,
that was in the bag?
no, not the one in the bag, but the other one.
Our Darpy has it locked away in her locket,
because it was a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
so it's
I
currently
mean, was
in
it
an extra
intentionally a
dimensional
bad thing?
space.
I think bad thing is relative.
If it's a thing that could potentially give a powerful enemy the visceral audio and physical access to you, who I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if that would qualify as a good thing.
It wouldn't.
Hmm.
It wouldn't.
Okay,
That's why
but
I'm
like,
saying we should be dealing with that, right?
It's
Mm-hmm.
currently in an extra dimensional space, so you would assume that it is currently
Dealt
not
with.
is currently dealt with.
And on interdimensional spaces, has anyone gone and checked to make sure those doctors are still alive?
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
You should probably go check on them.
They are fine.
I don't think they're fine anymore. I don't
You're
think they
not
were
supposed
fine
to
to
know. That's the thing. Like, you're not supposed to know about them, but for some possible reason, John keeps bringing them up around Mana, even though it was specifically told to not be talking about this situation around Mana. So you aren't supposed to know about it. I take care of them perfectly fine. They are well fed and taken care of. They just need to stretch a little bit. But,
I never said I knew it.
coming in every now and again to do calisthenics, they get their workout, they get their meals a day. They are fine.
Lex does regularly mention that she puts food and water in there for them, so they,
If I go in there and there's children, then they will have also food and water, but they are going to be there for a while. They are well taken care of. I don't call them prisoners.
Of course, you don't call them that.
Of course, if I
Doesn't
call them that, then that's a bad thing.
four
I think
Noxian
it's a bad thing.
doctors are locked in a tiny house. Those that, that only one person has access to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we'll deal with
only
the
one.
repercussions of that at a later time.
I'm just hoping that slowly that we can become friends.
I, I believe that's I think that's
So
like a
you're
really
hoping for
bad thing.
Stockholm syndrome, I see.
I'm hoping to, let's not call it Stockholm, you know? That seems so mean, so bad, so negative.
Oh yeah,
That's
like
I feel like
entirely what
we
it
can
is,
we
though.
can try and
camp.
find a more positive word for this, for these people who were alongside these other bad people that's taking over this entire region, you know?
See, the problem is
I could have just killed them.
well, the thing is, only one of them speaks the language of this continent. The other three only speak Noxian, and so you have no idea. You only if the one that can speak your language, it doesn't say anything. You have no idea what that they're talking about or plotting or planning.
Yeah, I need to take some time out to learn Noxian. Is there a book? Like, what do I do to start learning?
Learning a language, you have to be taught by someone who has a language or go to school. Well, and learn the language through taking classes, which can take upwards of a month of going to school every day.
Yep.
The same thing can be the same such technique can be utilized by um, other people. Well, if you want to learn any common tool usage as well, like if you want to learn carpentry, you can get trained in by someone who already knows carpentry, or you can take classes on it. That's part of the training system that I established earlier in the campaign. It wasn't really, I don't think anyone ever really used it during the time skip because everyone just wanted to make money. No one wanted to spend money during the time skip.
Ah, but continue your crimes against humanity.
You don't know what you're talking about, literally.
Anyway, back to in character. Anyone have anything else they want to do before bed?
Mm.
I'm good personally.
Everything else, everything I'm gonna do is gonna be in the morning when Bakari wakes up. So.
All right. As you guys is rest for the evening, um, you will notice that Calliope spends a decent amount of time speaking to Dea and and um, explaining to Charles Jr. that no, her broken horn isn't, it doesn't hurt. Her her horns have been like that, for as long as she can remember, so on and so forth. He has a bunch of questions, things that he's just constantly answering.
Okay. Okay. And before, I'll just casually be listening to make sure he doesn't say any hate crimes.
Your
He's
son?
definitely gonna
No.
say a hate crime.
Your
We already
child?
know him.
He wouldn't dare.
So
He
if
Not
you're
wouldn't.
trying to
so
steal
if you're a
something or
Fae,
shoot
then why
someone,
are you
maybe.
if you're a Fae, then why are you so tall?
I think that one's fine.
I thought fairies were supposed to be tiny. Like just general generic questions. Calliope will retire to not long after the question and answer. She'll retire to one of the untaken rooms.
We're charging her to live here, right?
As far as I know, no.
Oh, we need to fix that.
Um, yeah, I did need to understand what was her plan. Is she wanting to
um,
like,
she she said she was going to sleep on it and get back to you in the morning.
yeah? Because I mean, the whole village needs somebody. A little bit of encouragement.
All right. All right. As nobody,
Yep.
as you're resting, you, you feel a strange. It's like strange. He's like it's not like a dream, but it's also not like the the other visions and memories that you've seen.
All right then.
You see the a vast as mountain range laid out in front of you, and at first you're not quite understanding what you're seeing until you see some of those mountains just slowly moving, and you see a creature that taller than that dwarfs these mountains, and whose back who the plates of their um, um, scale-like armor, or you thought were the mountains and foothills, stretch out as far as you can see. The somewhere between a pangolin and a dragon, a mole. It's some creature of incomprehensible design and size. As its gaze looks towards you. It's jade green, keen eyes piercing you deep to the depths of your soul.
Because of how long lived I am, would I recognize the Earth Titan?
Yes, yes, you've long read stories and heard her tell of its appearance, and the immensity of its power and its propensity for um, the unlife. All Titans control death in some way, shape, or form, but only the Earth Titan employs armies of undead. And you well, you feel more than hear something like rumbling thing that forms words and a voice. Doomseed, why have you en- entangled yourself with me?
Hmm. Well, if I do. Doomseed is a new. Well, Doomseed's a new one. Um, I guess the fair way of saying it is I admire. What would be the best way to say it? I well, I admire. Let's just say I do admire that the Titans are a chaotic force of nature. But with this mark that I've found off of that I found, um, I could sense that. Wow, I'm being very overcomplicated with this. Really, I'm just trying to find a way to sever myself from divinity.
Ah, you wish to remove your status as Doomseed.
Huh? No, it's more of like I hate the gods with such a passion that what's to say? Uh looking up my own way to what's the word? Not
You,
seize control, but free their control from this world.
you wish
Or
to close the divine gates and see
ah,
to it that chaos reigns and that death is freed.
well, I don't know about death being freed, but no, that comes with chaos. But I guess the more, but you're basically on point. I wish to free the people from the clutches of the gods, as their hands and fate have meddled way too much.
Your
Seeing
cre-
as they stopped me from achieving that before, I wish to make, let's just say, now I wish it for everyone.
does your creator know that you are seeking this end? Do the other doom seeds know?
Once again, not too sure what a doom seed is.
The,
And second of all, let's just say I'm a bit more what's the word, sentient?
Hmm. I find you fascinating, Doomseed. Your creator and I have a deal, but that I don't see why didn't mind if I assisted you in your endeavors. Seem kind.
Hmm. I have a feeling this assistance comes with a price.
There are
To
no
which,
free meals in this world.
I like to counter that argument.
If you would pledge yourself to me, I can hide you from your siblings. Their abominations will not be able to track you as easily.
mm. You see that word there, pledge. Hmm. It's very tempting. Except I have a proclivity of, I don't know, having a problem being ruled by or controlled. So that's not really going to work for me.
Then you must
I am.
seek the power from beyond the stars.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
You must seek the power from beyond the stars.
What's that supposed to mean?
Those who govern life, death, the very fabric of this reality, space, and time. They exist beyond the bounds of the laws of this world, though they intertwine themselves with those who live in Elysium. They, they of themselves are beyond it, and there are others, entities that are trapped beneath the fabric of this reality, entities such as Krimba, who have the power to rival your so-called deities, but it need a physical incarnation to do so. If you seek out those from beyond the stars, they can guide you to becoming powerful yourself. Those who travel the path of erudition against the divine always is fail because the divine is clever. They seek to withhold their power for as long as possible to undermine them. But I give you this small advice, Doomseed. May it serve you well, and should you wish to make a deal, all you must do is simply touch my mark, and I will give it to you. All the power that you need to end it all that stand before you.
Hmm. Okay, quick question out of game. The ones beyond the stars, is that the dark gods?
They're the outer gods.
Okay.
Um, Currently in this campaign, the only one that's really been missing has been Krimd. Um, and you you've been privy to who group his group previously. They were the group that you were a part of uh, before, but he says that there's other entities out there as well.
Hmm. Well. So what you're telling me, in order to defeat the divine, I must have some part of some divine aspect myself.
Become that which you wish to destroy, and then you can take their place and cast aside your newfound power.
My newfound power.
Yes, become divine, and then cast it away. Leave the sheet vacant.
And what would that do exactly?
If no one can usurp you, then that seat will remain vacant forevermore. That domain will forever be ungovernable, and you will be able to let chaos reign.
So, grow the divine domain of chaos and then leave it to run and leave it to raise. I may not like it. I have a small following now. If I have to become what I want, if I have to become what I hate to destroy to destroy my enemies or destroy the vine, I will take that in consideration. There's actually been something I've been meaning to do lately. Let's see if I can corrupt a divine's artifact to to be mine.
Do so with my blessing, Doomseed. You shall find more than you could ever hope to do on your own.
All right. Is there anything else, or
Be wary, Doomseed. My followers have not taken your you and your allies' slight kindly. I find it amusing that they feel that your you and your friends are too arrogant in your in contempt.
they can
Freedom.
they can come all they want. I enjoy the chaos. It'll be certainly fun.
Who knows? Maybe I'll raise you up after Sure, you have been defeated. I could always use a new puppet. You feel it, like when it slips away, it feels like it's taking a weight off of your, um, like a weight off of your body that you didn't know you were feeling.
He just chuckles to himself as he'll if that's the end of his rest, he will actually go and probably start making preparations for the ritual of for the staff.
Okay.
Mono will close his eyes because if he's laughing, then he probably just thought of a funny joke.
All right.
Oh, if Mana's awake, then nobody would probably clue them in on what happened.
It's not like he was like awake, awake. It was just like he heard you laughing and was like checking what was going on, but then thought you were just going about your business, so figured that it wasn't. You'd tell him later.
Okay.
All right. Um, can you guys send me that magic item that you guys were trying to turn this one into?
What's
Oh,
this
it was
for me?
the staff of judgment that I wanted to take from Scoff and make it mine, basically.
Okay. Oh yeah. I'd have. Then I don't have to do much. Then I got you. All right. Um. Ooh. A Darpy gets a dream.
I
Right. Your body feels fuzzy, like that feeling you get when you're about to fall asleep, but you know you have to still, turn the lights off, if open the curtain. You have to do so many other things before you can finally let your body do what it's pulling you to do. Hmm. A familiar smell wafts across your nose. You, it's the smell of cheese and fresh baked bread. It's all manner of spices. You don't think you've ever really known the exact spice mix that your mother always used to season her meat, but it was always magical. You feel your body almost float up the stairs and into the main area of the kitchen, and where your mother is calmly and quietly humming a tune to herself. You see you see flowers and stuff growing around the windowsill. Her favorite, it's mm, they were in full bloom, which always made her smile. Their smells gently mixing with the spices and the smell of cooked meat. You watch as she packs another, one of the dough balls with meat and cheese, and she gently places it on the stove top, and you hear the sizzling of oil meeting bread. There's a pause, but it it doesn't last that long. You saw something in it. You saw little gasping, being being grabbing thing at her frock, that trying to stem the um, blood. You saw um, fire and screaming everywhere. You saw um, your dad had bent over, holding his leg, and, and trying to drag himself closer. You saw um, butterflies, black butterflies, these with red head spots that's landing over her, covering her, or filling your entire vision. And before the plate lands in front of you, a pile of fresh food. Food. You don't remember what your mother called these things, but for you, they were just happiness. You watch as she goes back over to the um, counter and starts cleaning the dishes in the wash basin. It's just silently humming. As you're taking a bite, feeling the orally greasy juices drip down your chin, and one of those same black butterflies lands on your pinky. And it slowly just opens and closes its wings. And as the wings open and close, those, you flash back to those nights on the road. Those nights, it's it's burning and tearing. In those nights, it's where you gored and slashed and choked. Those nights where you found people in their beds. It's those nights. It's where you saved as many as you could every night, every week, always trudging forward so that you can save those more and more, send more people home. But you look down at the greasy spot on the plate, your reflection wreathed in blue flames, and your face covered with not grease and flavor from the meal, but blood dripping down your chin, dripping down your forehead, through your curls and from your horns. And then you wake up.
needs more control over her dreams. This is ridiculous. I would have been woke up. The butterfly would have got shook off my finger. uh,
Um, when you awaken and you see Calliope sitting at the foot of your bed,
I roll
she's
my eyes.
she's kind of hunched over because her horn is scraping the ceiling, being ever so gently.
How do you how do you gently scrape the ceiling? She's paying for that.
Darby, I think I think I should go.
I sit up and wipe my face. Um, go where exactly?
I need to go find. I need to go find my sister. I need to go find and the rest of my friends.
I mean, I, I, I support whatever you decide to do. Um, that's kind of what I've lived my life doing lately, and it's exhausting. I'll tell you that. But I mean, are you ready? Like physically, mentally, emotionally, to handle what this is about to do? Seeing what you're gonna have to witness,
Oh,
what you're
see,
gonna have to face.
she looks at you, and you see in her eyes these that lightless, that lightless look in her eyes, that cold, with dead fist look. She wa- she broke a long time ago. She has only now just got the glimmer of hope back in her face. She, but she also seems determined.
Can I give you a bit of advice, just to kind of help you along? Go home for a bit. Look at our home. Look at the state it's in. It's improving. It's growing. It's not all so bad anymore, but it's been some time. There has to be a fire deep inside of you that drives you forward. Something that is more than just acceptance, more than just feeling lost. Go home, see if your family is still there. They most likely are from the last time I checked. But start there. If you're willing to do this, there's a small cottage on the edge of town. There are a couple of friends of mine, and they will teach you. They will get you ready. And then come find me. And we can scour the earth together. But you're missing the fire. Because if you go out there and you seem as if all hope has been lost, staying alive and doing what's necessary, I mean, what's the point? if all else is lost, right? There has to be something more, something you're fighting for. But you gotta know it first. There are people at home who have not seen you, who don't know if you're okay. Give them that reassurance. Give them that hope. The same hope that you're looking for. And write to me. My dad's still there, running things as best as he can with what he can. But honestly, our village needs someone. I'm not there. My sister is not there. I would hope that you stay, but I know I can't make you. So at least do that for me.
All right. You know, I used to laugh at my uh, family name. We're called Dreamer because we come from a line of seers, of prophets, and none of us have had the gift in generations.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
none of us have had the gift of prophecy in generations. Maybe if I had it, I would have been able to see what was coming.
There's a reason behind everything. Is no control. You can't control what other people do. You can't control what other people think or feel. But you can control what you do next. The decisions that you make. Your future. I mean, you might have an ability, you might not. But don't rely heavily on that. Rely heavily on who you are as a person, what you know, what you believe in. Everything else will fall in place.
I can't believe that someone not even half my age is able to give such wisdom. I know we used to call you an old soul in a tiny body, but there may be some truth, more truth to that than I care to think.
Mm. I've been through a lot. And hey, on your trips, maybe you might end up meeting the blue bull. Don't shy away if you do.
Okay.
They're not so bad. They've done a lot for our people. I would hope that they did. I would hope that they've made a difference.
All right.
It's a lonely road, but I hope that you know that if you need someone to talk to or to guide you through it, that you know that you're not alone in this, in what you've been through, in your truth. Um, what would out of game, what would that dream psychic thing that you're talking about, what would that be really?
Um, Essentially, there are people who are born with the ability to divine the past, present, or future, and they can essentially, mm, because they have the gift to do so, they can mm, help guide the course of action for like people in the cities and villages and stuff, to help. help get better crop yields or to prevent disasters from happening. Mm, It's you've like in your adventuring, you've heard of people training to achieve that ability through learning divination magics, but you haven't met anyone that was like a born prophet.
Um, how would one know that someone has that ability or not?
You kind of um, it kind of just happens. Like it, usually, people with that ability tell people that they have that ability, but that there also lies the problem. If they never tell or they never fully figure out what's going on, and and they're just thinking of it as a series of coincidences,
Mm-hmm.
it'll never occur to them that, eh, oh, I just had a dream about this, and some of it, um, like you would know that some divination magic, because you can also cast divination magic, it doesn't come to you in like an exact picture. Sometimes it's clouded by a imagery and metaphors.
Right. Well, um, I can't remember what the names of those women were. Those women that I told you about, I'll tell her the names. I don't have my book right in front of me.
Mm,
It's in the office. I'll tell them the names of the women and that they might be able to kind of help guide her with that. But her family was there, and if she explains to them the situation, maybe it's something that they can help unlock. But we were kids when this happened. I mean, we're still, young, but um maybe you just don't know. Maybe the abilities and the gifts that you have is just that, something that you're not fully aware of because
mm.
you don't have anybody.
All I can do is sing and make things. It's I know it's a gift in and of itself, but it it's not very useful other than she'll hum a little tune and create like a dagger in her hand. I can make, and then she'll hum it again in a different song, and the dagger will turn into a flower. Or I can make things, but it's not. None of it is consequential. I can't like make a diamond and sell it for money to pay help us pay for food.
Wouldn't that be nice? Um, it'd be great. At first, I was thinking, what if I taught her, versus sending her all the way back home. But I think her going home is a benefit because then it makes it. I've sent so many people home already, you know, and I think that she can kind of see that she isn't the only one who's been rescued, and they'll have an opportunity to tell their story of how they got freed. Um, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Um, are you asking me or are you asking the party?
I don't know. Everyone's quiet, so it feels like it's just a conversation between me and you right about now.
Wait, isn't that the point?
I know, right?
Isn't this a dream?
Well, this is
No, this
after
is
the dream.
wait. Yeah,
Everyone else is awake, but I think she's
I
asking
wouldn't.
out of character.
Yeah, at a game, I wouldn't want to tag someone along on her nonsense. I think that it'd be best if she goes home before trying to make a decision to stay. She has small abilities, but she needs someone to train her, to teach her. And I don't know if not Mana, if nobody could do that. Nobody's supposed to train me on
Well, you also remember has been she did say that she was an assassin for the people that have had her contract. So she's not completely helpless in a fight or anything.
yeah.
It's mainly, do you want to weaponize your friend, or do you want to send them back home where they could maybe be of use to alleviating the tensions that may be developing there?
I think both.
Okay, but do you want to be responsible for her?
I'm not responsible for her. She is
If you tell her to come with us, then you are responsible for her.
see,
It's like it's like with Junior. If something happens to Junior, he's here because I brought him here. I could have left him somewhere.
yeah.
You had the whole option to leave him at the church or orphanage. And
I
you
he
just
would have
said,
been great. He would have been perfectly fine. They probably would have knocked some sense into that boy. But, it's fine.
I don't
Dad
know
does
if I
what he
trust the
feels like
church
he needs
like
to
that.
do.
I don't know if I trust them that like that. I
Um,
mean, we just got back from a church that was had like a whole cult thing going on there.
I
yeah, but
would I
that's like one out of 8 churches that you fit in this campaign.
The thing is, if I have told her what I've been doing or what we've been doing to get my sister back, and she decided to go off and find her other people, her sister and her other, friends, then it's really on her to make a decision. She's saying that she doesn't want to come with us, so she would have known. Her choosing to do that, but I'm only recommending, yeah, just send her home. If that's the case. Like, send her home first, see if she can get some additional training to enhance her abilities, because it didn't take me that long to do it. Not saying that it wouldn't take her the same amount of time or would take her the same amount of time, but at least she'd be home for a bit before venturing out into, that. Um, I thought I had, well, I guess I haven't done it yet. I was supposed to be getting a a transport door room thing, something that connects to home and something that connects to me. Um, I know that I talked about it a long time ago, but I'm not sure if we went ahead and did that, or if I'm still looking to do that. Um, you know what I'm talking about, Keontae?
Uh, well, not not in particular. Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying
Um,
to think. I'm looking at my notes right now, trying to see.
yeah, because I was saying, um, there has to be a way that Adarapi's been sending money home
You
to the
you were
family.
sending it through the Adventurers Guild, if I
Oh,
remember
you
correctly.
okay?
So you can go to literally any Adventurers Guild hall, and they will send it through a courier or through a messenger bird back
Mm,
back to your homeland, depending on the amount. And
okay.
essentially, they send it as like a banknote. So like they're not sending like a physical little bag of money back to the village. They're sending someone with a like stack of banknotes that you know someone that you designate can take those banknotes to another adventuring guild to get it cashed out for actual money. Which there's not an adventurers guild in your village, but there's a city near your village that has an
Yeah.
adventurers guild, so people can. Your dad probably he will make the trek there or send someone then to go there and collect the actual funds and buy what the village needs.
Okay. Okie doke. I'll remind her about what our mission is, what our goal is. If she still wants to go, I'll give her that advice
All
to,
right.
choose on her own.
Right. You're giving her,
Um,
so you're just advising her that yes, she has the option of going home, um, and you're letting her know that you and your party are, if she sticks with you and your party, you guys are going to be fighting against Trenin, in which you know that's one of your party's main goals: stop fighting against Trenin, and then exploring tombs and stuff.
I
Or
don't know
she,
what my party's main goal is. My goal is to get my sister back. If
mm,
just so happen we have to do those things along the way, then yeah.
so you she can help out with trying to get your sister back. Like, um,
But
or she
if she
go,
leaves, I'm asking her to go home first,
you know,
or I'm telling her to go home first. As someone who has saved her, I'm hoping that she does me the honor of at least abiding by that
all
before she
right.
goes off and ventures on her own.
Then what I need you to do, give me a charisma check of your choosing. It can be persuasion, deception, and intimidation, whichever one you think works best for how you're trying to convince her.
I think I had proficiencies in something, but I don't know. It says 14.
Okay. So turn to you. Do you think we'd be able to find my sister while we're helping yours?
I don't understand the question.
Like she's asking, do you think that, like, on the way to saving your sister, do you think the party would run into her sister?
I mean, we're so scattered. I mean, you're out here, very far from home, so I don't see why not. But if you help me, I'll help you. Just don't do anything dumb.
Don't worry. Um, There's a reason why they, um, I had the top scores in class. Yes, it was because he, he was able to convince the smarter people who in my friend group to do all my work.
Yeah. This isn't school.
Trust me, I know.
Ain't school, but she played you the same.
Just stay close and have my back.
Will do. So you don't want me calling you by that
No.
nickname? Okay, fine. And
So I stand up because I guess I'm assuming I'm sitting in the bed.
yeah,
I'll stand up and hold my hand out to her. Hi, I am Adarpi.
hi, I'm Calliope. I know we've known each other for I've known you as long as you've been alive, but it, to think that a crying little baby calf will grow up to be a big old tough bull one day.
Hmm. More than you ever realize.
Um, with that, and then Calliope Dreamer has joined the caravan? Question mark. Barring any objections from the rest of the party.
They don't have a choice. They literally just said that if I do.
Well, that's out of character. What will they
I
say in
know.
character?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't care. In character.
Alright.
In character. But yeah. I feel like I adopted another baby. Oh my goodness. I have to introduce her to the baby. Oh my gosh.
Hello, my baby.
You just adopted a grown woman.
I just adopted a grown woman. Uh, that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. It sounds like so
To be
much
fair,
responsibility. She could have
you
just
went in
went
there to
home.
convince her to go,
I
and then
told her to go home.
you let her convince you to let her stay after your whole
It
speech of
wasn't
why she
really.
should go.
I was saying that if she decided to stay, it was her choice. She's the one who was sitting on my bed first thing in the morning talking about she wanted to leave. Like, leave, that's fine. But she chose to stay. I mean, we go back home anyway. I'll have to go and visit soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna post her little Hero Forge. This isn't her final appearance. I'm gonna work on it some more. And the Discord. Where's the Discord? There you go. With her horns, she's a little over 7 feet tall.
Yep, little adorable.
See, it's technically the tallest person in the group right now.
And
If
it's
you
always.
if you discount her horns, she's only about 6'2". It still makes her pretty tall for this group, but mm,
I don't know. I don't know if she's taller than nobody.
I mean, technically, I have an indeterminate amount. Well,
but
what's
just be,
this?
do you?
Undeterminable amount of height.
Well, the thing is, do you measure from the bottom of the crown to the top of the crown, or from the floor to the top of the crown?
Eh,
Because
semantics.
I'm pretty sure if it's just from the bottom of the crown to the top of the crown, that's only be like a few inches. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that he's the tallest.
I don't know. If we're counting horns, we should count halos.
But if uh, the party
But
wakes up,
horns are full. Okay.
Oh, good. You didn't blow up in the night.
I mean, of course, that was the plan. But I did have an interesting conversation, as I will tell Mana what happened.
Probably could have waited until after breakfast to drop that. You gotta keep it to yourself.
Fine, if you don't want to know about it.
No, you already told me. I was just like, uh, uh, uh oof, oof, because you've been wanting to catch the attention of things, but it's very different to catch the attention of a Titan.
Mm.
And since we're not aligned with them, that's just another thing I gotta watch out for now.
Don't worry, we won't be aligned with anybody but ourselves, but he did, or they did, give me some food for thought, to say the least.
As long as your choice is your own.
You know me so well.
Well, let's see if Picard started on breakfast. If not, I can whip us up something.
It's quite alright.
That sounds like you don't want my cooking.
No, it's more of like, you could have my portion as I don't need to eat.
I know you don't need to eat. I'm trying to remember, do you even taste?
That's a question.
Uh, in this state, I would say yes, but it's very muted. It's like tasting with a secondary utensil, kind of.
I mean, like when you spit it out and then eat it again, and it's like, ah, this doesn't taste the same.
I don't know about that.
Well, it's like sometimes you get things and it has seasoning on it, and it's too hot, so you're like, okay, I gotta take this out of my mouth real quick. But then you put it back in your mouth and it doesn't taste the same. Anyway,
There's a small knock at the door.
yes.
Father, you weren't in the room when I woke up.
Apologies. I was helping with a research project.
Hello, little one.
Father, I don't like this new friend of yours. They seem very wooden.
I have you know I am not wooden.
Though not an
Uh,
inaccurate description in other regards.
It's like, how dare you? I'm not wooden, as he knocks against his flesh, which does sound like flesh. It just doesn't sound right, though. I guess it would be like, he would sound more like, it would be hard, but it's like, was like, not leather, but like it's like it's still pliable, but it's like, it's whatever.
Well, I went to go knock on um I have to use her name. I went to go knock on the, the bat person, and I told myself I would remember. I told myself I
Picard.
promised. Yes,
They're
Picard.
the ones that cooks. They're the one who cooks the meals that you enjoy so much.
Yes, I went to knock on her door, but there was that scary lady with the mechanical arm was walking by, and I didn't want to bother her because she seems very much like a ne'er do well. Oh, and I didn't want. So I came straight here because you uh, talk to these people and talk, you commune with these fine folk, and I don't know. I don't think I quite get it. Also, oh, I lost my sling. I think someone hid it from me, and I need to find it because I wish to continue using it.
Like, that took it a long time.
I believe you're still grounded.
No, that was like a week ago, Father. You don't need to. That's it's been so long. I just
It
want to
happened only yesterday.
I just want to use the sling to maybe hit some pieces of pipe that I found laying around.
And who do those pieces of pipe belong to?
I don't know. They were just laying around.
Did you make sure to check the area before you started using them for your own purposes?
They've been hidden in my room for the past few days, and no one and has bothered with it. No one has asked about them.
Just stole some ice pipe.
And have you made sure that they're not dangerous?
They don't smell dangerous.
Has he ever learned magic?
What?
I was asking out of game if he ever learned magic.
Um, he's you had several people in the party. He attempts to show him and you do not know if any of them were successful.
We don't want
Have
to
you
tell
learned
you.
how to have you learned how to detect magic yet?
The weird glowy eye things. No, the, the last time in I almost popped a vessel in my eyes, straining them. The the, the little skunk girl said I just had to look really hard and I'd see magic. And I sat there for like half an hour, and my eyes hurt, Father. They hurt so much.
I think he was
I'll,
pranking you in part.
and I'll whisper to Mana, does Nissa even know magic?
I don't believe she does.
Wow, you guys saw that whole last battle. Eldritch blast flying from her.
It's warlock stuff. You don't have to train for that.
Still magic.
But that's not the type of magic that you teach someone. That's the type of magic that you're like, hey, would you also like to sign the same contract that I signed?
Yep. We're just gonna get him to sign that
Contract?
contract.
No, if
This
you
is not
sign this
in-game.
contract, you can become so powerful. Like, so powerful.
Or join those. No, nobody's like, no, sign my contract and I'll become a patron. I'm just kidding.
It has no negative consequences for you at all. Instead, you get power, and all you have to do to keep the power is to uphold chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Anyone else doing anything for breakfast?
Well, if Picari isn't cooking, I will offer my culinary talents.
Nope. I remember what happened last time. It's something with eggs, and they weren't eggs anymore.
Of course, they were cooked.
Mmm, cooked.
Yeah, the meal formerly known as scrambled eggs.
Burned eggs.
They were burned. They were burned very badly.
I mean, Picari will cook something, so she's already gonna be cooking her daily enhanced food, so.
Um, Bakari, Ibea come up to you um, while you're cooking. Hey, have you seen that it that new girl? Hmm. There was there's a couple of pipes missing, and I don't know. Well, I think she might have taken them.
Couple of what?
Pipes. I had some pipes that I had pre-cut to install for one of the hydraulic systems um, s- for in the suspension
Asshole.
of the carriage, but that I came from under the carriage and they had disappeared.
I'm sorry, the setting has hydraulics?
Yes, the hydraulics have been a thing since the Ottoman, no, not since Mesopotamia, and people have been using water to lift and lower things and dampen things for a long time. Applying it to vehicles, yeah, I don't know. Thea's been
Okay,
doing weird
I'll just make
things
sure.
to the wagon, and you guys have no idea what she's been doing to it or why she has to take it half apart every couple of days to do more things to it.
As long as she's not rigging it to kill us all in her form of revenge.
I mean, what do you mean revenge? Nothing happened.
Hmm. I think she already knows something happened.
Mm, I deny anything.
You tend to do that a lot.
Good. Okay. So no, we don't have anything planned for today. We're about to eat, I guess. Hanging out.
Mm, are you guys going to take the book back to the client?
I don't think that we should, but I don't have say
Do we
so.
have any further use of it?
You guys haven't really investigated it much.
I think it
We
should
should
be
probably do
investigated
that.
heavily.
All right, the book.
I
Sorry.
guess while we're doing that, can um nobody start the process of teaching me to unlock that thing that we were talking about in the temple?
I
Um,
don't know. Ask him.
I don't remember what it is. That's what
The
The
domain.
domain.
yeah, that the
She
domain.
wishes to expand her domain.
Okay, yeah. So I'd have to go find nobody then, um, to ask.
It
Now,
won't be long. He would have followed Mana to wherever we eat breakfast.
the little kitchenette where the treasure trunk is.
Okay.
He'll just be. He doesn't need to eat
Beautiful.
or drink, so he'll just be quietly sipping tea at the very least.
Just to keep up appearances. Okay. I guess I'll just ask. So, you think you can teach me? It kind of sucked not knowing that I can do something that I can't do. Um, teach me how to about the domain, about it, and I guess how to get to it, or how to open it, or use it? I never asked nobody for anything, so this is like,
Yeah, he's actually kind of shocked that you're talking to him. He's like, "What?"
I mean, I read the thing about no, that was the, so yeah, no, yeah, that's the first.
Hmm. Domains. Uh, hmm.
I mean, if
He'll.
you're busy, it's fine. It's completely understandable uh if you don't want to.
Now, I am an advocate of not relying on the divine, but since this divinity is yours and you want to choose to explore it, that is on you. I. He'll. I say look at you, but he's looking at you through the moth mask he usually has.
Mhm.
So it doesn't really you're not really sure if he's looking like directly in your eyes or not. But he pauses thinking to himself as this could be a chance to maybe through a darby also brush up a bit on myself since I no longer have access to my domain
And you
right
could have
now.
access to your domain if you connect back with your body.
Who said that?
What?
Who did say
Also, that
that?
was in my mind. Hmm.
Nobody's talking to itself without realizing.
But why not? Could be interesting, and also may lead me to claiming a bit of what was already mine before.
Don't know what that means, but okay.
Alright. Give me a religion check. One or both of you.
One sec.
Curses.
That's not gonna be good.
So I guess like after breakfast, I just like take her outside to meditate or something.
By that dream that I had, I need to meditate.
Religion.
Girl's going through some stuff.
Now, since I have done this before, do I have advantage?
Yes, I'll give you advantage.
Heck yeah. Oh wow. It's been a
Dana
second.
remembers nothing.
Hold on, wait. Just trying to look for it.
That's
Honor,
why we
it's like,
find out that
alright,
Dang. It's
first,
not an ability check, otherwise oh wait, is this a skill check?
it is a skill check.
Oh, so I can use magical guidance. Cool. Speaking of which, let me use long rest, because I'm still at 7 hit points. Okay. Oh, I'll take it.
I'll take it.
At first, you're like, alright, first you go like, whoosh, and then you feel, wah, 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 and then it goes, ba boom.
Okay. Um,
Oh,
which part
my
is the
bad.
wah part?
And then I'll look at you, your confusion evident, obviously. Just like, oh. Maybe I should actually break this down.
So,
That's
Boom.
what you weren't doing.
So, what nobody is essentially going to explain that to open the divine domain, you have to have a divine level of ability in some aspect. Um, Mechanically speaking, you have to have an 18 or higher on one of their ability scores.
So, for example, I can go through my constitution or charisma.
So that would be my wisdom. Okay.
Right. And then you have to be powerful enough of in your body to to actually open the domain. Otherwise, you will self-destruct, so to speak.
Oh.
But even if you have the ability to open your body might not be able to handle it. It um
So if I try it in the form of a blue bull, you think it might work?
you
I mean,
you're
And is there a fail safe? Eject button.
not necessarily.
I don't want to like blow up.
that is kind of the risk you have to take with a domain.
Why is just nobody a fifth level little sorcerer and a first level sorcerer instead of a sixth level sorcerer?
I don't know why it added in wrong. It was weird. I don't know why it did that. I'm not sure how to fix it either.
So essentially, when you open your domain, it takes up a lot of energy. Inside your domain, you are essentially unbound, and in all all powerful. But as soon as your domain ends all that you expend all your energy for a short while at least.
Use up too much energy, may die after the end of it.
Okay. So that's lesson one, right? Or yeah, lesson one, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I need to there's no a way to like enhance my ability scores.
Um, Nobody would explain that magically enhancing or ability would only just put you at more risk. Is that be like, hey, if you like if you had a 5 liter balloon, boom, and you you stretched it a little so that it could hold 7 liters of water, but that as soon as you touch it, it pops instead of it being able to be thrown.
Essentially, it makes it more unstable.
Okay. Um, but naturally, is there a way?
Through training, you can enhance your ability.
Okay.
Essentially, when
So
you get another um, ability score increase or feat, you can enhance your wisdom up to a maximum of 20.
Okie doke.
But
I guess I gotta keep training. How do you train wisdom?
training wisdom
Is that a thing?
it's studying the knowledge of the past and applying it to the present, essentially. Like training intelligence is just learning more stuff. Training charisma is talking to people and learning different ways to communicate with people. But wisdom is something that like is learning from both your own past and other people's past. Learning about the like way learning how to observe for people as well. So you could probably train by a, observing people in the market that are sitting and watching nature or meditating on the world around you.
So wouldn't that be though like an everyday thing?
Yeah.
And out of all this time, I'm at 18. And even though I got a chance to speak with my own ancestor, who's a god, and talked about our line, our past, our lineage, and who we are, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Okay.
You have the like I said, you are there stat wise, but your body isn't quite ready to handle a divine domain.
Mm-hmm.
Like knows that he definitely wouldn't be able to contain a divine domain in at his current point.
Mm, okay.
It's just something that takes time, sadly.
Well, good thing I have a lot of that. So I guess every day I'll make a point to start training um wisdom and strength and even building up on intelligence if I can.
Well, if that's the case, from what it sounds like, she doesn't really need nobody.
Well, you guys could
I
work
would I would need to
together
know
to.
how to yeah, I would need to know how to open it and to access it. Um and I guess prepare to use the proper amount of energy without overexpending myself. And that might be starting like through meditation and
Well, yes, but we have to get to that point first.
yeah. Okay. So lesson 1 over, and as I build up, then lesson 2.
um um with you also know nobody that a divine being could assist you in unlocking their domain. So if you
But I
guys,
would deliberately I would not tell her that, though.
you know, and you so like essentially anyone that has a domain can assist other people in unlocking their domain.
Okay.
But yeah, he wouldn't tell her about the you can get help from divine beings, but other people from that either had or has domains can help.
Right. Okie dokie.
Well,
Well, that
if
seems
there is
fair.
nothing, oh,
Yeah.
if there's nothing else, I have preparations to make as he like rolls the medium bloodstone in his hand.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm over here breathing by myself, calming down. I don't talk to nobody often, so it's a big deal. A pat on the back. Bennu gives me a pat on the back.
Like you see Calliope's leaning up against the side of the wagon, and she's like her horns reach to the top of the wagon, so she's kind of it looks weird that she's there, but like she's just talking to the Dea as Dea's like working on part of the wheels.
Well, Nissa's going to actually go and talk to Dea as well.
Okay. Like as you're coming up, you'll see he he she's finishing up saying something. Yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to find my sister while we're out here. They'll be like, uh, just be careful. Um, they they have a they have a weird track record with sisters. No, Nissa, how can I help you?
Hey, yes, I have a kind of a weird request. She's giving her a moment to answer.
Go ahead.
So you can see what people truly look like, right?
Yes.
I'm kind of lost. Like, I'm not sure of myself at the moment. I was hoping that maybe if you told me what you saw, it could help me
Do you
basically come.
do you really want to know?
What's that supposed to be?
Are you sure you want to know what I see when I look at you?
Yes, I
She'll
think so.
she'll wipe some grease from her hands, and then she'll um, sit down on like a stool. There is a woman with her bony arms made out of gold wrapped around you,
Mm-hmm.
silent and unmoving. They're just always there.
Mm-hmm.
I assume it's a symbol of some pact that you have made with some um being.
Yeah.
And there's there's something else. Those um there's a sort of there's a tinge of darkness in you, if so to speak. There's something about you that is related to the lower planes.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it's of any consequence, in, but it is it might be something you want to take note of.
Mm-hmm. So, and take note, what do you mean by that?
There's there's there are entities that can have a strong reaction to even the slightest this inkling of the lower planes.
Go on.
That's it. You just have to be on the lookout for beings like that. Celestial beings will have issues with it. They may not trust you as much.
Oh, so you're talking more demonic?
I don't know about demonic. The demon realm has been closed off for many years. There's, but you may be related to the demon folk of some way, shape, or form, which would be passing strange since demon folk haven't been on this continent and as far as I know, they all live where I come from.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is I might not be native to this continent.
Either someone in your family wasn't a native, which it's only been a few 50 or so years since non-Noxian military personnel have been allowed to come travel between the continents, and it's only been a few years since the heroes those beat back the Leviathan and allowed for the travel between the continents to be safer. So,
But,
uh, depending on how it would have happened, maybe one of your parents is from Cthulhu.
mm-hmm. I see.
Do you know anything of your parents?
Not much except for this uh pendant they left behind.
Mm,
If she holds up a pendant that has a very like very faded crest on it, and that's it.
mm. I don't recognize the symbol, but there are people who specialize in such things. Things if you when you get back to Goldport, if you go find someone who specializes in heraldry, they might be able to help you out.
Hmm. I guess the darkness that I was feeling is what you saw, so I guess that's where my uncertainty was coming from. So this did help. Thank you very much.
Hey, Calliope, can you lift up that corner for me? And she goes back to work. And Calliope sort of lifts up the corner of the wagon.
Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. She ain't doing all that while we're eating. Unless
I
this card
think
is gyro locked.
Yeah, the inside doesn't feel any changes from the outside, like rocking or anything.
Okay, but she best be careful.
You imagine like the only time you would feel something is if it like tilted a little too far.
I don't know what too far is in this scenario.
You don't know. You'll find out one day.
Ominous.
Nessa is going to go up to nobody and be like, "What is your stance on the angelics?"
Uh, servants of the divine and must die.
Okay, good. And she'll just walk away,
Okay.
leaving him with many questions.
Alright.
She was just making sure there was not going to be a problem between the two of them.
Well, are they truly servants of the divine, or are they actually enslaved by the divine? The world may never know.
Yep.
They're usually too busy trying to kill you to really give us time to ask.
Yeah, that's true. They really don't like me for some reason.
Wonder why.
Well, she just found out that they really don't like her. Probably won't like her either. So. If she goes and meditates on everything she just learned.
Alright. You guys will spend the morning eating breakfast, just having your conversations, unless there was something everyone else wanted to do. We'll go ahead and end off there. Uh,
Well, I had something, but it could wait for next time.
is it something that you think could be done relatively quickly?
It might take some convincing.
That's not supposed to mean.
Well, see, I don't know if they would initially go for it.
Well, there is something Nissa wants to do with you later as well, so. Or have you help on.
We
And
can
it
cover
also.
it next time because will need it will be probably a lengthy discussion.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think there's going to be a lot of discussions later on different things.
All right. So we'll end off um with that. You know, you guys still have to go meet with Laqueus and his group if you choose to. Well, but other than that, we'll see what happens next session.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone, say bye to the viewers.
Did anybody stop the boy from messing up the pipes?
Um,
No.
Yeah.
they
I'm just kidding.
they got the pipes back. Is I'm just going to say that much.
We might need to go check on that boy.
It's
Hey,
probably not
he's here
living
at
anymore.
breakfast.
Is he?
That's Daya's own fault for not properly securing her material.
You literally asked him, did it belong to anyone? And did he double check? And he said yes.
He lied to your face.
I mean, Daya never came to me and asked about it. I don't know that.
Mhm, mhm.
I mean, it's not like I could really actually fault him for lying.
I mean, yeah, you can. You
That's like
you
you.
can.
That's like you criticizing someone else's morality while you have multiple people imprisoned against their will that you're trying to Stockholm syndrome into liking you. Ugh.
Yeah, but I could do it.
Yeah, but I feel like I can't really chastise him for lying a little bit, where I'm wearing his dad's meat suit.
You ate his dad.
Just don't say it out loud.
Hello, boy of the guy who I ate. How are you doing today?
I
Mhm.
mean,
What?
you would want a
Father, what do you think?
good
Sorry.
life.
Just think of what will happen when he finally does find out.
Well, hopefully he'll be healthy enough and well educated enough to properly seek his revenge rather than throwing a little tantrum about it.
By how things are turning out, that's not happening no time soon.
He's a lot
Yeah, now he's
Hopefully,
healthier.
too.
Mana forgets
Well,
what he's done before the boy finds out.
I think you should have left him at one of the churches. He needs a little religion smacked into him.
Nah, because then I might
you
have to
know,
kill him later.
yeah, leave him at the Church of Ska.
Oh
Mhm.
gosh,
Yep. Yes, perfect.
don't do
Perfect church
that.
to leave him at. Because then when he does find out, he will take his revenge.
And it'll be
Hey,
on a
You're like,
I
soft
my
day.
God is behind this.
hey, I am a non-0% his dad, and really, that's more than most of the population has.
Facts.
But
We'll find out what most of the population has next time.
Smooth segue.
It's the clap. They all have the clap.
No,
No, no, no.
So, Sarah, how does Picard feel about dangerous experimentation?
What are you trying to do?
with food.
No, well, with magical items.
Oh,
Oh, that's why exactly what I was going to ask you for help with.
I mean, she's an artificer. Likes fucking with shit. So
Okay, so how would you like to one up? Um, what's the dead lady's name?
which one?
And the one that and, and their marks are tied to.
Oh God, yeah. I don't know her name.
I think it will be a while before you
It's
can one
Layla.
up her.
Layla. Yeah. So I was thinking, between Layla's mark and the Titan mark, we should have enough sources is to reference to create our own that's not tied to somebody that we don't like and who might be using us.
why do you think what do you think I'm doing? That's why I researched the Titan mark in the first place.
Might be
Well,
using
yeah,
us.
yeah, but I wanted it to collab.
She is
Picari
might
offers a
be.
unique perspective on these things that's more modern than Manus. Manus doing all this old school style.
Just saying, she's told us clearly that she has been using us. Whatever we can do to get out of this situation without having to risk our lives any further, all for it. But I like
All
the
you guys had
option of
to,
having the curse mark. I know, just get it removed. Yeah, it's like a non-tattoo, but I like
but
the
yeah, I
benefits
think we
too.
should make our own.
With blackjack.
Think about it. If we could make our own, that we could spread much safer, because we have more time to work on it than a dead lady, eh, with no body. eh, that will allow us to give one something that we can give to our friends and families, eh, to protect them. Because let's be real, oh, you got people back home that you care about. Oh, wouldn't you like to be able to say, "Hey, guards, here's a mark that gives you some power, eh, and could potentially save your life."
Mm-mm.
Well, we do know there's technically
That's
someone
called
that.
joining a gang.
Or
It
a
does sound.
cult?
It does sound a little bit.
Or a cult? I mean, that's why I wanted to make the mark.
Plus, plus, if we really wanted to go full ham into it, we could also sell the schematics for it to the highest bidder and set ourselves up financially forever.
You're just reverse engineering organized crime.
That's not reverse engineering. That's just performing organized crime.
There's no
My,
crime
I mean,
involved in any of this.
that's
This
the
is
goal.
research. We are
but technically,
creating a magic item and then selling the schematics for it.
well,
Uh-huh.
technically, there's already someone with that. Because you don't remember that her partner, whatever, also stole kind of her method for doing it,
She stole the idea from someone else and made it
and
her
stole it
own.
from someone else.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah,
just
so
doing it again.
yeah,
Well, you
clearly
could
they haven't
literally
tried.
steal it from him as well.
Also, we have a higher moral standard than they had back then because they all got their power from
You
constant
just
murder.
ate the boy's dad.
That was over a month ago. Get over it.
I mean, you go steal it, gives you a base point, and then you just perfect it.
Yesterday, it's
Yeah, and
just
I killed an innocent child.
And
Oh,
hey,
I
what
presume
has happened
innocent.
to
I
this?
don't know what the daughter did.
And hey, what has happened to this kid since I adopted him?
he's gotten
And
on
his
everybody's
super
nerves.
cancer.
That's what's
His super
happened.
cancer. God, he's recovering. He's getting healthier. He's meeting people. He's learning some level of respect for the lower class. Uh,
Like, in
No,
some
I
He's
don't
going
think
to
respect,
be.
so. I don't
If
think he's
if
learned any.
if
he
we
hasn't
didn't,
learned
if I
none.
didn't step in, he would have either died in his bed or grown up to
Who
be
are you
some.
to say that the dad's parenting versus your parenting is worse or better?
Ekar
You're
Oh
wasn't
my
still
racist.
god.
wearing the man's suit, his skin suit, and has
I'll
not
say that
told the
Ekar
boys the
wasn't
truth
racist.
whatsoever.
Mhm.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and head off for now.